Today we're going to talk about the top 10 mistakes made by people who are new to A/B testing. I'm going to walk you through 10 mistakes that those who are newer to A/B testing make. This isn't a comprehensive list. These are just a few things and common mistakes that those who are newer make. If you find anything in this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up. And you can also subscribe to my videos. I post new videos every Thursday. Mistake number 1, trying to fix a problem rather than find a solution. A lot of designers and creative people out there think that in order to change or improve something, you have to have a problem to solve. By trying to have a problem, they limit themselves in the solutions they can create rather than trying just to optimize and improve something in general. Mistake number 2, testing to prove yourself right rather than to prove yourself wrong. It's human nature that we all want to be right, but when we try to prove ourselves right, we fall into the trap of sub-optimizing our designs because we don't try new possibilities. We take our pet ideas and we test them rather than think about all the solutions we could try. Mistake number 3, personalizing too soon and not based on causal data. Most people want to use personalization as a strategy in their business, but when they start guessing who to personalize to and how to personalize to them without having gone through the discipline of testing first, of testing lots of audiences and lots of things for that audience, they personalize too soon and they get suboptimal results. Mistake number 4, not testing enough. It's easy to fall into a complacent pattern where we test the things we think might need to be tested as opposed to trying to test everything. There's a lot of groups out there that want to test when they have a disagreement or when they don't know what the best solution is, but the reality is we never know the best solution, and people who make this mistake, they don't test enough because they think they only need to test when they need to. Mistake number 5, testing small changes rather than drastic changes. Those who are newer to A/B testing think that A/B testing is great for tweaking things or testing little things. In reality, it's great for testing everything, especially the big changes. With A/B testing, you can test your business strategies, your business models. You could just test buttons and colors, but if that's all you do, you'll never get the value and the results that you could when you make drastic changes. Mistake number 6, using too many metrics and not focusing on a primary metric. A lot of those who are newer to testing grow up in an analytics world, and in analytics, we like to look at lots of metrics. In testing, we want to focus on one primary metric and make sure that the tests we're doing align to that metric. And so when we make the mistake of looking at too many metrics, it becomes harder to interpret results, and results become confusing because it's always like, well, with this metric, this one, or with this metric, that one. So focusing on a primary metric and not having too many metrics is important for A/B testing. Mistake number 7, worrying about risk and not focusing on or understanding positive risk. There is both positive and negative risk, but those who are newer to testing worry about making changes because how risky they might be. In reality, worrying about negative risk is only half the story, and there's a lot of positive potential and positive risk that goes into A/B testing as well. Mistake number 8, not creating infrastructure with documentation and with process. Those who are newer to testing neglect some of the most important things of documenting test results, using a living roadmap, using your process to make strategic decisions as part of your A/B testing efforts. Mistake number 9, not getting dedicated cross-functional resources for the testing team. Good testing needs designers, developers, strategists, project managers. There's so much that goes into good testing, and when you don't have full-time resources for each of these positions, again, you're not getting the value that you could by having a full team in place. Mistake number 10, taking a short-term view of testing or a project-focused view of testing rather than taking a long-term view. Testing is a marathon and not a sprint. Testing should be done over and over and over. With everything that you implement, it should be tested first. And when you focus on testing as a project view or a short-term thing to get learnings about one thing that you want to learn about, that's a limited view of testing and won't give you the optimal results that you'll get in the long term as you focus on testing everything and creating a culture of optimization. There's so much that goes into a good testing program. These are just a few of the mistakes that people make, but there's so much more to learn to have a disciplined culture of optimization in your company.